Fact families, addition and subtraction. Where you need to be is we're on the last investigation in our Let's Be Rational folder, and we're on investigation 4, wrapping up operations with fractions. And in this investigation we will be highlighting first problem 4.1, where we will investigate operations with fact families. So inside of your Schoology, to start off on fact families, there are some vocabulary terms that you should be familiar with, and we'll first watch the video in class, but then after that let's get familiar with what a fact family is. A fact family is just sets of number sentences that are related. So for example, 2 plus 1 is 3. You can also say 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, those are two fact families for addition. 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 plus 2 is 3. You can also add to your fact families by using subtraction. So we have 2 addition, 2 subtraction. Well, we can use the same numbers, 3 minus 2 equals 1, and 3 minus 1 equals 2. We can use those same numbers, 2, 1, and 3, in different orders to come up with different fact families. In our lesson in 4.1, we're going to learn to write fact families with fractions. Okay, fractions, and we'll look at multiplication and division. So before moving on, remember a sum is an answer to an addition problem. A sum can be broken down, or in your text it's going to say decomposed into 2 or more parts. The parts are called addends, and I'll point those out as we do an example problem. For example, 2 plus 1 is 3. The addends are 2 and 1. The sum is 3. So that's sort of our introduction here. And let's do an example problem. We'll pick some numbers. So let's just pick, let me get here, let's pick an example here. Let's do 2 plus 3 equals 5. So we have what we call an addend and an addend, and there's our sum. Okay, now that's one group of numbers. Well, let's switch the order and come up with another family. So we could also say 3 plus 2 equals 5. So we'll have 2 additions, and now we'll have subtractions. Well, how will we write a subtraction problem? We'll take the sum, which is the greatest number. Once you add 2 and 3 together, we'll start off with our sum and we'll subtract from it. So 5 minus 2 is 3, and 5 minus 3 is 2. So this entire group is called a fact family, and we did addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction. One of the neat things that this 4.1 starts to do is they'll start to use something we'll call a variable. So watch this. If we say 2 plus n equals 5, this is a variable. So there's a number hiding underneath the variable, but we're learning a little bit of pre-algebra here to write things with a variable. But we already know what's underneath n, so we can use n as part of our fact family. So we can now say n plus 2 equals 5. And now we can do our 2 subtractions. We can say 5 minus n equals 2, and 5 minus 2 equals n. So there's an example of a fact family using a variable, a number that's hiding underneath the letter. So in 4.1 we will add to this by using fractions in fact families, and that's going to be sort of the challenging part of 4.1, but it's exactly the same as the examples that I've shown you here. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to go over to the solutions table, and you'll need to pick up this sheet right here, and I'm going to have you practice writing some fact families with these whole numbers so you kind of get the feel of it and you feel a little at ease. Let's do one together. So let's just say 7 plus 6 is 13. 6 plus 7 is 13. 13 minus 7 is 6, and 13 minus 6 is 7. It's that easy. But I want you to follow through. I want you to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I want you to check your work and then turn it in to Schoology.